Hello and welcome to the PozCast. I'm Matthew Posner.
I'm Derek.
And I'm Jared.
And today we will be discussing Week 2 of the NFL. Week 1, we'll forget about that for now. We're going to go to Week 2 and discuss the most recent week in football. We'll start with Thursday night's game, Giants in Washington. Football team with new quarterback Taylor Heineke win in a shocking finish over the New York Giants. Derek, how bad are the Giants?
Terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Saquon Barkley injured. Giants are just not looking good throwing the football. And Daniel Jones, that man needs to figure out what he's doing. This was the big game yesterday. Raiders-Steelers, 26-17. Raiders shock Pittsburgh. Jared, what are the Raiders doing right?
Having Derek Carr on their team.
Derek Carr's playing really well. Derek Carr averaging around 400 passing yards a game, dominating for the Raiders. 49ers, Eagles, final score 17-11. 49ers, they're a good football team. Nick Bosa and that defense playing well. And the Eagles are, well, they're okay, but they're the Eagles. Texans, Browns, 31-21. Are the Browns a Super Bowl contender? This goes out to both of you.
I think that possibly not this year, but definitely within the coming years, I think they could definitely get into the Super Bowl.
If they can keep Chubb healthy, then I think they are.
I would agree. I think, obviously, the Browns, if Odell Beckham can't stay healthy, they can't go anywhere. Their defense has been questionable. But, yeah, I think the Browns can definitely make a run, especially considering the AFC North looking pretty bad.
They definitely need a more consistent team, health-wise.
And a lot of people be hating on Baker Mayfield, but he's not bad at all.
No, he's definitely not. I'm 100% with you on that. Mm-hmm. All right, Broncos, Jags. I don't want to talk about this one. But
yeah, what happened, Matty P?
Legally obligated to. 23-13, Jags just Trevor Lawrence playing like the rookie he is, off to a rough start, and Teddy Bridgewater and the Broncos are 2-0. Do the Broncos make the playoffs, Derek?
In my opinion, I think they could get into the playoffs, but I don't think they are going to make it very far in the playoffs.
Jared, what are your thoughts on the Jacksonville Jaguars?
They suck.
They suck. It's unfortunate.
Who knows? Maybe give T. Lawrence some time, and he might develop. We'll see.
Maybe give him a competent coach instead of a college.
Give him a year to integrate into the team.
Yeah, and unfortunately that means I have to wait longer for our team to be actually good, and I've already waited long enough. All right, so the Saints beat the Packers 38-3 in Week 1, and then yesterday
lost to the
26-7. Alvin Kamara had a nice 8 carries for 5 yards, and Jameis Winston looked like Jameis Winston yesterday. So, are the Saints for real, or are they pretenders?
I think the first game was a fluke. I mean, we've never seen Jameis Winston play like that ever. And then this game, he went back to his old ways. So
and then also, first week, Aaron Rodgers was playing terribly, and I don't think Rodgers is going to be picking it up anytime soon. I think he's getting a little too old for the league.
Rodgers just had to shake off all that partying from the summer.
Yeah, possibly.
Now he's good.
We're going to get to that here in a little while because it's the one game as the time of this recording that has not been played yet, so we will get to that because we have some things to say about the Packers. But until we do, Rams and Colts. The one thing I want to point out, Rams win. Cooper Kupp, 160 yards and 2 touchdowns. Receiver for the Rams. Great game. But once again, the storyline from the Colts is Carson Wentz cannot stay healthy. Are the Colts doomed if Carson Wentz is injured? The answer is yes.
Yes.
The answer is 100% yes. And
who is their backup?
Jacob Eason from Washington, 4th-round quarterback selected last year.
A 4th-round quarterback?
Yeah. He went 0 of 3 for an interception yesterday.
Jeez.
So, if you had Jacob Eason starting on your fantasy team, first of all, I
feel bad for you.
Yeah. And second of all, why? But that's a whole different story. This was another one of the interesting games yesterday. Bills 35, Dolphins 0.
I mean, it's the Dolphins. What can you expect?
Tua Tagovailoa carted off with a rib injury. Like, he really couldn't walk off the field. Yeah. Tua's consistent injury issues have kind of plagued him over the past couple of years. And
didn't he also have a torso injury in college, or was that his hip?
That was his hip.
He was out for, what, like a year and a half, 2 years or something like that?
Yeah, it was about a year and a half. He was really struggling after that hip injury in Alabama. He's never been able to stay healthy. Their backup is Jacoby Brissett, and obviously Deshaun Watson trade rumors are going to fly if he's out for a long time. But how about the Bills? 35 points scored yesterday, dominate the Dolphins after losing week 1. Is Josh Allen regressing at all, though? He did not look good yesterday, even though they won by 35. Are you concerned about Josh Allen?
I'm not. He didn't need to play well to win.
That's a good point. That's a very good point. I think that their defense is definitely not the same it used to be. But if Devin Singletary, for the first time in like what felt like forever, actually looked like a competent player in the Bills' offense, and so.
Yeah, and how about Mitch Trubisky in that Bills game? 2 carries for -2 yards.
That's called kneeling the football, Jared. Okay. yeah. Trubisky is. Man, how crazy is it that we are in this situation where he's just completely non-existent? But whatever. Trubisky sucks. I've always held that statement.
Oh, he just kneeled?
Yeah, literally just kneeled the ball twice. Patriots Jets 25-6. Zach Wilson with a nice 4 interceptions in the first 3 quarters. How about that, Zach Wilson? Are the Jets the worst team in football?
They have been.
They've been consistently one of the worst teams in football for the past couple of years.
Your wide receiver 1 is Corey Davis. Something's gone wrong somewhere. And now to the Bears.
He had 4 interceptions?
Yeah, he had 4 interceptions in the first 3 quarters. He played like garbage. Bengals Bears. I want to stop on this one because we are from Chicago, and so this is something we kind of wanted to stop on. 20-17. I'm going to give you the floor, Derek. What did you see yesterday that impressed you? Yep.
Oh, geez. Let's see. I didn't watch a lot of the game because I was very busy all day. But from what I did watch, Bears were playing good. Obviously, Andy Dalton's injured, so we'll see. We'll see how that happens, especially with Justin Fields as a rookie. So he's very much going to play like a rookie, and that's what I'm expecting. So I'm kind of going to give him a year to integrate into the team and see how he does next year. But if he ends up doing really great this year, maybe the Bears have a chance. Bears defense, as always, pretty shutdown defense. Got me 20 points on my fantasy team.
Yes, sir.
So that was kind of crazy for a defense as a whole to get me that many points. But, yeah.
You can thank Roquan Smith for that one. The Bears could be a playoff team. I think because of just how bad their division is. The Lions, I like the Lions, but they're not going to be good. Vikings are just a choke fest, and the Packers with Aaron Rodgers look garbage. So we'll see. We'll get to that Packers game, as I've been teasing it a couple of times. We'll get to that shortly. How about them Falcons, baby? 48-25. They lose. Buccaneers dropped 48. Brady.
They also went against Brady.
Yeah.
So.
Brady has thrown 9 touchdowns in the first 2 weeks. If he keeps on this pace, he will throw for over 60 touchdowns. Obviously, that would break the all-time record.
Is it Mahomes' record?
No, it is Peyton Manning's at 55. Brady is... do you guys think Brady breaks that record? He's got 9 through 2 games. He's got 15 to go. He needs 47.
I think he could. I think he very much could, especially because he's Brady. So it's just... obviously, in my opinion, Buccaneers are going to be another Super Bowl contender this year just because Brady is Brady. So
I think they win the Super Bowl. Yeah. The Chiefs didn't look good, and we'll get to that.
And how about that guy that bet $38,000 on the Bucs going undefeated this season? What do you think about that?
He might make bank on that one. I don't know.
The payout is $1.3 million.
He might make bank on that. That's not they're going to be really, really unstoppable. This was another game today that I'm expecting in the next couple hours. The Vikings are going to make a roster transaction involving their kicker, Greg Joseph. It's 34-33. Cardinals barely win by miracle. 37-yard field goal for the win for the Vikings. And Greg Joseph misses the kick to the right to lose the Vikings the game. That key card is not going to work heading into the building this morning.
Gives me some Bears PTSD.
Yeah, Cody Parkey, baby.
Double doinks.
Oh, my God. It's so bad. But Cardinals are really good. Kyler Murray, 400 yards, 4 total touchdowns. He is up to 9 touchdowns on the year.
Kyler Murray's doing pretty good this year.
Oh, yeah. Kyler's unstoppable. He reminds me so much of Lamar, but he can throw the ball better. So, yeah. And Kyler's going to, I think, end up being... Mahomes will be the face of the league, 100% for the next 5-10 years, but Kyler's going to be right there with him, I think, for sure. He's so dominant. You know who else is dominant? King Henry, ladies and gentlemen. Derrick Henry, 33-30 in overtime.
Yep.
Titans win, all because of Derrick Henry. He literally had nobody else.
Put the team on his back.
Literally put the team on his back for 35 carries, 182 yards, 3 touchdowns. Also caught 6 passes, which led the team for 55 yards. Is Derrick Henry the best player in the NFL?
The best player, like all around.
He's definitely the best running back in the NFL.
Running back,
I want to make that clear.
Sure. Running back I can give you, but player as a whole.
Is he the most dominant player? I'm not going to go best. Is he the most dominant player in the NFL right now?
I don't think I have the NFL knowledge to answer that question.
This is the whole point of this. You've got an NFL nut and a couple of good fans. This is good though.
A couple of casuals.
Yeah,
couple of casuals.
I think Derrick Henry is definitely one of the most dominant offensive players in the league. So, yeah, I think he's definitely one of the best players that I think the NFL's ever seen, especially at running back.
Absolutely, 100%. I agree with you. I love Derrick Henry. I'm a Jags fan, and he's on the Titans, so naturally I'm supposed to hate him, but Derrick Henry does something that the NFL has not been able to do since Marshawn Lynch and Emmitt Smith, and that's run the football so dominantly well every single game. How about them Cowboys?
insane.
Yeah, he's insane. How about them Cowboys? 2017, they win a game. Cowboys are good. Dak Prescott looked horrible yesterday, and Ezekiel Elliott looked okay. And then they find a backup running back in Tony Pollard who goes for 109 and a touchdown.
But also, first week against the Bucs, they played pretty good.
And, yeah, even in a loss, Amari Cooper had like 13 catches.
Dak Prescott got me 27 points last week. And I think it was Amari Cooper got one of my friends like
40.
40,
He
yeah.
got me 40. Dominant. I think that the Cowboys are always going to be able to handle games offensively. It's about how their defense plays. Yesterday against Justin Herbert in the Chargers, it was very good. We've seen it in the past, though, where their defense gives up 40 a game. So we need the Cowboys' consistent defense, and they're going to make the playoffs.
Oh, for sure.
And now to the game of the day yesterday and Sunday Night Football, the Ravens and the Chiefs. I got a Lamar Jackson jersey on right now. Ravens win a shocker in Baltimore, 36-35. Mahomes loses his first game ever in September. He was 13-0 in this month before last night. How good are the Ravens, and are you worried about the Chiefs? Let's start with the Ravens, and let's start with Derek.
Well, I did not actually get to watch the game last night, which kind of frustrating, especially because I heard it was such an amazing game.
Oh, it was incredible.
But I think Lamar Jackson, obviously, just a very all-around good player. Can't throw the football very well, like, consistently, but all around he's great. There's a lot of jokes about him being basically like every position on the team. 'Cause he's
11 Lamar Jacksons,
yeah. So I think the Ravens, pretty decent team all around. Kind of surprising that they beat the Chiefs, especially because Patty Mahomes, but
yeah,
upsets happen.
Absolutely. It's part of football. How worried are you about the Chiefs, though? Is this just one game they lose and you move on, or is this a game that, maybe the Chiefs aren't as good as they are used to be?
The Chiefs, this is going to be a mental game for them. So it's going to have an effect on the team as a whole mentally, but I think if they bounce back from this next week, they should be fine.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes will just keep doing Patrick Mahomes things, and I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, they should I was talking about this last week. I think Mahomes could easily have the MVP award changed to his name after he retires, because he is such an MVP caliber player. Literally every time he walks on the field, you're pretty much guaranteeing 300 yards and 3 touchdowns. Mm-hmm. And that's unheard of.
Impressive.
Yeah. So those are the 15 games that have been played this week. We have one tonight, the Detroit Lions and the Green Bay Packers. Everybody thinks the Lions are going to be horrible this season, and then they almost mounted one of the biggest comebacks in NFL history last week.
And there's also Aaron Rodgers, who we got to worry about.
And then there's Mr. Jeopardy boy and Aaron Rodgers, who played awful. Worst career game by his statistics ever last week against the Saints. Their defense gave up 38. I feel like that's what nobody's talking about here.
Yeah.
Their defense, known as being a dominant force, gave up 5 touchdowns to Jameis Winston. 5, and it's Jameis. And the Saints wide receiver 1 is Marquez Callaway. Like, there are some serious issues with the Packers. And do the Packers win tonight and get it back on track, or is it full-on panic mode and the Lions pull off the upset?
I think it's all up to Aaron Rodgers at this point. And
Give me the Lions.
And their defense.
Give me the Lions,
but
too.
I think the Lions are pulling it away from the Packers today.
We all got 3 Lions picks tonight.
Just feed T.J. Hawkinson.
Yeah,
feed
honestly. Get Hawkinson the ball. Get him 15 targets. Let him run wild like a Darren Waller-type player. Jared Goff looked really good last week. Mm-hmm. I think the Lions shock the world tonight. So there you go. All right. Thank you guys so much for our first PozCast of the year. I'm sure we'll have more of these. We're going to try and do this every week. Cannot wait to see how the NFL season plays out. I'm Matthew.
I'm Derek.
I'm Jared.
And see you later.